Well, a little bit of change up since the last video, as you can see. We decided to go a little step further because I want this to be a super quiet machine for this guy. I know him, and he's helped me a lot with sending me clients. So I'm going to take this out of my own hourly pay, per se, where I just eat the hours I put in it. He just pays for the material. But I brought it down even more than I would, because what the original plan was for him was he just wanted it quieter than what these things are, because they are just terrible. So now that I kind of got into it, I was like, you know what? For him, I'm just going to extra seal it like I would for any other customer if they want it way quieter than factory. Obviously, you're not going to get these things like driving a car or a crew cab Ranger or a Defender or something, but it all depends what they want to spend. So this time for him, though, I'm just going to go all out, take the hours off mine. I'm going to, obviously, which I'll get into here in a second, coat all this stuff. But in order to start from the last video, part 2, to this video, I want to start with taking these out, because somebody's going to be wondering how you get them out before I get too far into this video. Then they just give up on the video because it doesn't start off from the last one. So the last one you seen, this was all out. I got this coated in here, like I said I was going to in the last video. And then I did not end up taking the sub out, though. I didn't want to screw with that, since he didn't want to have too much into this. And I know all the noise is coming from here, so I'll coat in here. This is the fuel tank, but then I took the battery out so I can coat in there and go up. But a lot of the noise on the Rangers is coming through there because their intake tubes are also coming up through. But that's not on these, so I just avoid that for now, because that's a lot of time in taking all that stuff out, unless he wants it done. But I will come from the underneath and do some of the floor if he wants that done. But the main priority is getting this back, because he's more concerned about engine noise. Obviously, you're not going to get all the road noise out of a UTV, otherwise you shouldn't even be driving one. So to get these two panels out, first you start with this top piece, which you've seen before. I had them out in the other video. It's just the 2, or what was it, 4, I think, 2 on each side, that pulled that carpet sound deadening stuff out. So then you finish taking those out, and it's kind of in here real weird. I did it after, but you should do it before. Take these panels out of each side. It's literally them 3 clips, and then there's one right there, and there's one right there, and then this side comes out. And then basically the same thing over there. You can see the one right there, and then there's one actually under that. And then the door again, there's plastic ones, and that piece will come out. So that'll help get this out, because it's really weird to get it around here. But them are out. And then once you get this piece, you kind of just pull on it. It'll end up coming out. But then this bottom piece, you have to take the seatbelt stuff off, which is at a size 18. It's easiest just to take a wrench through here and do it, because on that side, you can see I have the intake tube off to show you, but you can't get anything to it besides a wrench. It's just easier to take the tube off also, even when using a wrench, but you can squeeze in there with a wrench. I shouldn't say intake tube, it's a belt vent tube to get heat out of the belt box, but that's also obviously an 18 on that side for the seatbelt. And then obviously again, your plastic pieces and whatever screws are in here. I can't remember exactly at the moment after taking this all apart, and obviously you see how far I have it done. So that was a while ago taking it out. When I go to put it back together, I'll get it right away. You can see this is all double coated. So this side will be towards the motor. So that has that foam under it. And then this stuff, like I was saying, has the black, but with like a basically tin foil in between it. Then these are kind of just pieces that'll get all blacked out as one once it's down in here. So with that piece out, this piece out, you can see I filled in the centers of the lows, and then I'll put the black over top of this when it's all in here. So it'll go down like that and look cleaner. And then this is the engine side, so I have that one already done. Then, yeah, then pieces that are in between, and them are also the T40s that take this bottom one out. But that one's a pain, but you just kind of got to rip it out and it'll come right out. And then next up, I'm going to be sealing all of these tubes. I shouldn't say sealing, but coating with the sound deadening stuff, because this is a lot of where your noise is coming from. All these, all down in there, all those, and even the side of the intake. And then, once I get that done, this piece I have done over here, that'll go in. And then this piece, that'll be in. And then that's when I'll take the black, like I was just saying, and go all the way down once them are all back in and where they should be. I can kind of make it look clean and fitted. And then I'm going to do in here, like I was saying, and then in there to get that basically quieted down and coming in the cab, because obviously noise is still coming from there, and if I'm right there, I can still do that part. These floors don't come up like a Ranger. I mean, Rangers are much easier to do, obviously, but they can be done from underneath, from the skid plate taken off and doing it that way. That's the easiest way. And also, like I was saying, with the belt box intake or outtake, I should say, the breather, that'll get coated too, because that's loud. You can see clearly they thought it was loud because they put that stuff on it. But I ain't saying that stuff's doing really anything, because this thing is loud, if I haven't mentioned that 40 times before. So yeah, that's about it. We'll get to coating the stuff here in a second. I'll show you kind of what I do, even though I have these two coated already. But you'll see when I do this top, along with that one, exactly how I do it, and then putting it back together. Enough with the talking, holy smokes. Down to the working. All right, as you can see, I did a quick covering over these. Nothing crazy, but it does help take the sound down quite a bit. There's that side, and I did some in there, right there, and in the front. Them are done. So now I'm gonna get ready to put that panel in, and you'll see that here in a in the magic of YouTube, or whatever they say. Looky under there. Both sides are done. Looks good. Seat belts are in. Bingo. Now, next up, throw the seats in, center console, and it's pretty much done for now. We'll just see how she sounds and go from there. See if he wants to do more, like down here, around the sub, in the fender well, and right here. I go outwards, right here on the seats, or under the seats, I should say. And then the same on that side. We'll see how loud it is, but obviously, like I was saying before, most of it's coming from the engine bay, so I think this is really going to help. That is 4 layers plus this now of insulation plus the plastic in between the cab and the motor. So hopefully that does the trick. And we'll get the seats in, center console, and show you what that looks like. And then besides a winch and a phone charger going in, that's about it for this unit. And it'll be out of here today and on to the next one. So, unlimitedindustries3.com. See you in the next one. And finally, that will wrap up sealing the cab, getting that center console and both seats put in. I got their floor mats put back in like they had. And everything's back to normal. This is what it looks like. Done. Look at that. Look at them lines. Look at the amount of material used. Seat belts, bolts are back in. Like I said that before, but I had to redo them because I didn't like how the tension was, but now it's good. But yeah, that is the finished product right there. Well, on to the light bar. Well, now it is fully sealed. Well, I shouldn't say fully sealed, I guess. You'll see in the video what is all sealed and what isn't if you're this far, but I forget what it started at. You'll obviously see that too if you're this far, but here's idle with this app. And then this app. I think them clutch like knocks are making that go up, but I forget what we did before. Let's do it to roughly 2,500 RPM idle. I honestly think it's quieter already, but we'll see when we get going down the road. Hope them numbers are way different than what we started with. I want to say it was 80 in here, but we'll see. We'll go down the road like we did before. And see how it goes. All right, here we go. Perfect. After this, we can test out the light bar. I should say after this car goes past.